Jason, you finally made it back to the ice. How are you feeling overall?
Good, yeah. It's good to be back out there with the guys. It's always feels like long days when you're not with the group and skating with them. So it was good to be back out there.
Did this just take longer than you thought it might?
Yeah, it did. It lingered more than I expected, but sometimes that's the way it goes. And it was kind of unfortunate. I was really hoping I didn't have to miss any time, but it's just the way it was.
You've had such a strong season, and despite the team struggles, I mean, what made you really want to stay here beyond this year?
I believe in the group, and I think it's been a fun challenge for me, being one of the older guys on the team, but also it's just been a lot of fun to be a part of it. And obviously this year didn't go the way we've wanted to this point, but it doesn't mean that we didn't make progress. It doesn't mean that there's, to me, it's a little bit of like an unfinished business kind of thing too. But again, it's been enjoyable for me to be a part of, and I'm happy to be a part of the group for another couple of years.
What's it been like these last several weeks, waiting, trying to get this done, and with the deadline coming up, some of the uncertainty attached to the entire situation?
Yeah, I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, it depends which way you look at it, I suppose. I've been in trade speculations for quite a while now throughout my career, so it just kind of is what it is, and you're never going to be able to block it out, but it's just it's something that you deal with for those couple of weeks. And for me, I knew my focus was always trying to get something done to stay here, I was just glad that we were able to get it done.
You're a veteran here, and you understand trade deadline. You understand this is a business, but how do you help some of these young kids who, Dylan Cozens isn't here anymore. That was a friend of theirs. Maybe they're going through it for one of the first times they're here. How do you help them?
It's the tough part of the business, and it's never fun losing teammates, friends, guys that they grew up with since development camp and on. I wish Cuzzy nothing but the best. He's a phenomenal player, phenomenal person, and I think he's going to have great success in Ottawa. And I think we're thrilled to have Josh and Jacob, and I think it's just again, it's part of the business. It's never fun, but we got to move on. We got to be pros about it, and we got to be ready to get going.
What still gives you belief in this group? I mean, you touched on it a little bit, but what still gives you that belief?
I think we've done, I think we've had some really good stretches this year. I think we've shown the talent that we have. I think we've shown the way we can play when we have a willingness to play the right way and do it for a full 60. I think that's been our biggest Achilles heel all year is doing it for a full 60 minutes. And if you go back and you look, obviously it's easy to talk in hindsight and look in hindsight, but the amount of games that we've given away with leads or in in good positions is astronomical. And again, I think for us, just seeing what we have the ability to do is exciting for me.
When you do something like this, like I assume you talk to management, you talk about their vision for the future, and I'm wondering what you heard in there that made you want to stay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get too far into those type conversations, but I was impressed with Kevin and the entire staff with everything that they have been thinking of. They are well informed, I'll say, in a lot of their decision making, and it's. I think we all look at this from the outside and say these decisions are easy. Oh, just move this guy, change this, do that. But you also have to have a partner to do it with, in other teams, and a willingness to make hockey trades and to make your team better, and make sure that person fits in your system. I mean, there's so many different aspects. It's really easy from the outside to be like, oh, just go do this or go do that. It doesn't always work that way. And again, it's still a crazy young team. We're still the youngest team in the league, so it's you don't want to be giving up on guys either.
Jason, this kind of came down to the wire here. You got the second year. How important was that to have a multi-year deal here?
Yeah, that was really important for me. It was something I was pushing for from the beginning. I told Kevin right away that for me, wanting to be here was not just on a one-year basis. And we talked about that a bit this summer, this past summer when I first signed here. But it's always a little different when you get into the situation and you're more involved in it. So I was thankful that he had the belief in me to want to do that, and looking forward to the opportunity.